वेलकम टू बीलन में आपका स्वागत है। टुडे सब्जेक्ट अकाउंटेंसी सेकंड और फाइनेंशियल अकाउंट सेकंड, सेशन नंबर 8, टॉपिक एडमिशन ऑफ पार्टनर। टॉपिक कवर्ड इन दिस सेशन: इंट्रोडक्शन, number 2 admission of partners, list of adjustment, number 3 calculation of new profit sharing ratio, then calculation of sacrificing ratio, then goodwill, then revaluation of assets and liabilities, then adjustment of accumulated profit or losses, then adjustment of capitals, and last one is change in the profit sharing ratio. Now introduction. Partners often resort to the reconstitutions of the firm. This may happen in various ways. There are admission of new partner, change in profit sharing ratio amongst the partners, retirement of a partner, death of partners. On each such occasion, a number of adjustments have to be made in the books of the firm's account. In this session, you will learn about the adjustment which are required at the time of the admission of a new partner and study the accounting implication of a change in the profit sharing ratio. Now admission of partners, list of adjustment. The partners of an existing firm may decide to admit a new partner when it needs additional capital or managerial help or both. जब भी कोई नया पार्टनर आता है तो जो एग्जिस्टिंग पार्टनर्स उस पार्टनर के कैपिटल डिसाइड करते हैं और मैनेजर हेल्प कुछ होती है उसको डिसाइड करते हैं। गुडविल अगर उसे लानी है कैश में तो वो डिसाइड एग्जिस्टिंग पार्टनर के द्वारा की जाती है, या गुडविल रेज करने का रेज जो है डिसाइड हुआ है तो गुडविल को रेज करते हैं। तो देयर आर सो मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ द एडजस्टमेंट मेड बाय द पार्टनर्स इन देयर कैपिटल अकाउंट और प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस प्रिपरेशन अकाउंट्स। According to the Indian Partnership Act 1932, a person can be admitted as a new partner either with the consent of all the existing partners or in accordance with an agreement already entered into providing for the admission of a new partner. देखिए पार्टनरशिप एक्ट के अकॉर्डिंग कोई भी पार्टनर जब तक एडमिशन नहीं ले सकता जब तक सभी पार्टनर सहमत न हो जाएं। इसमें डेमोक्रेटिक रूल्स अप्लाई नहीं होता है कि ज़्यादा पार्टनर जिसके फेवर में हो तो एडमिशन हो सकता है। सब ईच एंड एवरी पार्टनर्स की कंसेंट इसमें आवश्यक होती है। इन एनी केस व्हेन ए न्यू पार्टनर इज एडमिटेड ही एक्वायर्ड 2 मेन राइट्स इन द फर्म। नंबर 1 शेयर इन द एसेट्स ऑफ द फर्म एंड नंबर 2 शेयर इन द फ्यूचर प्रॉफिट्स ऑफ द फर्म। एडमिशन ऑफ पार्टनर्स, लिस्ट ऑफ एडजस्टमेंट 2. Thus, a number of adjustments are needed at the time of the admission of partner. These can be summarized as follows. Number 1, calculation of new profit sharing ratio. Number 2, calculation of the sacrificing ratio. Number 3, treatment of goodwill. Number 4, adjustment for revaluation of assets and liabilities. Number 5, adjustment of the partner's capital. We shall discuss these matters one by one. Calculation of new profit sharing ratio. An incoming partner is entitled to a share in the future profits of the firm. He acquires his share from the old partners. Hence, when new partner is admitted, it becomes necessary to determine the new profit sharing ratio. This depends upon how the new partner acquired his share of profits from the old partners. There are possibilities he may acquire it in the same ratio in which they were sharing the profits earlier. That means old ratio like 1:1:1 इस तरह से equally from all the old partners in some agreed ratio wholly from one partner, कि पूरे के पूरा शेयर जो है एक ही पार्टनर से ले लेता है। तो इस तरह से मेन इसके 3 तरीके होते हैं। कैलकुलेशन ऑफ न्यू प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो 2. It should be noted that in the absence at any agreement to the contrary, it is presumed that the new partner acquires its share in profits from the old partners in the old ratio. This means that the old partners will continue to share the remaining profits in the old ratio. Calculation of sacrificing ratio. As already stated, the incoming partner is usually required to pay premium to the old partners for the right to participate in the future profits of the firm. The premium thus paid by the incoming partner must be shared by the old partners in the ratio in which they have agreed to forego their shares in favor of the incoming partner. This ratio is called sacrificing ratio. That means how much profit is sacrificed by the old partners in favor of new partners is called sacrificing ratio. The old partner usually sacrifice their shares in favor of the incoming partner in the old profit sharing ratio. In such a situation, the sacrificing ratio is the same as the old profit sharing ratio. For example, जैसे कि इस तरह दिया जाता है, suppose X and Y are two partners in a firm with the ratio of 3:2. They admitted C as 1/4 partners. Then sacrificing ratio is equal to the old ratio. इस तरह की सिचुएशन में जो है sacrificing ratio old ratio के बराबर होता है. And now goodwill. When a new partner is admitted, the old partner will have to surrender a part of their share of future profits in favor of new partner. Hence, the incoming partner has to compensate the old partners. This amount of compensation paid by the incoming partner is known as premium, and it is based upon the firm's goodwill. Before we discuss how this amount of premium is determined and recorded in books of the firm, let us study what goodwill is, how it is valued. Meaning of goodwill. Goodwill refers to the reputation or good name of a firm. It is a force which makes the old customer to go to the old place. In other words, we can define the goodwill as goodwill means a reputation of the firm by which old customer comes to old place for purchasing their needed goods. The firms enjoying the goodwill need not spend so much for selling their product. It is this force which facilitates the firms to earn over and above the normal profit. This is a firm. Thus, a firm is said to have the goodwill when it earns profit in excess of normal profit, also called super profits. Accordingly, goodwill is defined as the present value of the firm's anticipated excess earnings. Factor affecting the value of goodwill. A firm's goodwill is affected by all factors which enhance the earning capacity of the firm, like number 1, nature of business. Goodwill depends on the nature of goods produced and demand for such goods in market. Where the firm produces high value added items or goods which have stable demand, its profitability is high and therefore it has more goodwill. Number 2, favorable location. A firm located at a central place of business or in a locality having heavy customer traffic commands more goodwill than others. Number 3, efficiency of management. The business which is managed more efficiently will have more goodwill than others. Next, intensity of competition. Those business which have no competition or less competition will have more goodwill. Next one is special advantages. If the firms enjoy special advantages like technical know-how, patents, copyrights, import licenses, long-term contracts for supply of materials or sale of goods, etc., it commands more goodwill than others. Now, need for valuation of goodwill. गुडविल की वैल्यू करने की आवश्यकता क्यों होती है? Normally the need for valuation of goodwill arises at the time of sale of an existing business. But in case of a partnership firm, it may also be arises when the firm is reconstituted. A change in the constitution of the firm usually involves a change in the composition of partners, resulting often to a change in their profit sharing ratio. This gives rise to the need for compensation by a partner who gains an additional share in profits to the one who sacrifices it. Goodwill 6. The amount of this compensation usually based on the value of goodwill. Thus, in partnership, the need for valuation of goodwill arises in the following circumstances. Number 1, change in the profit sharing ratio. Number 2, admission of new partner. Number 3, retirement of a partner. Number 4, dissolution of a firm which involves sale of the business. And number last, amalgamation of partnership firm. Goodwill 7. Methods of valuation of goodwill. First method is average profit method. Under this method, goodwill is calculated at an agreed number of years purchase of the average profit of past few years. It is generally felt that a new business will not be able to earn any profits for the first few years of its operation. Hence, the buyers of a running business values its goodwill by multiplying the past average profits by the number of years during which he expects such profit to accrue. Next method, super profit methods. Under this method, it is assumed that a certain percentage of the capital employed is normal return profits in a similar type of business or industry. Hence, it is contended that the buyer's real benefits does not lie in total profits but is limited to such an amount of profits which is in excess of the normal returns on capital employed. The excess of actual profit over the normal profit is called super profit. And third one is capitalization method. According to capitalization method, goodwill can be calculated in two ways. Number 1, by capitalizing the average profit. Number 2, by capitalizing the super profit. Treatment of goodwill on an admission of partners. You know that an incoming partner gets his share in the profits from the existing partners for which he has to compensate them. This he may do either by bringing in his share of goodwill in cash, which will be shared by the existing partners, by agreeing that a goodwill account be raised in the books of the firm to give necessary credit to the existing partner. So there are two methods. दो मेथड्स गुडविल के होते हैं. पहले में कैश, अगर न्यू पार्टनर जो है कैश में गुडविल को लेकर के आता है तो हम क्या करते हैं कि उस कैश को जो है ओल्ड पार्टनर्स में उनके सैक्रिफाइसिंग रेशियो में बांट देते हैं. और दूसरा जो मेथड होता है उसको हम गुडविल रेज करना कहते हैं. गुडविल रेज के केस में गुडविल अकाउंट डेबिट टू ओल्ड पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट हम जनरल एंट्री करते हैं इन देयर ओल्ड प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो. Thus, when a new partner is admitted, goodwill can be treated in two ways. Number 1 by the premium method and number 2 by revaluation method. Revaluation of assets and liabilities. At the time of admission of a new partner, it is desirable to verify whether the book values of assets and liabilities of the firm are correct or not. If the assets and liabilities are overstated or understated in the books, it is necessary to revalue them and to bring into account the loss or profit arising out of such revaluation. The idea underlying this adjustment is to avoid any undue gain or loss to the incoming partners. If there is any appreciation, increase in the value of assets or reduction in the value of liabilities, the benefit should be enjoyed only by the old partners as it has occurred in the pre-admission period. Adjustment of accumulated profit or losses. If at the time of admission of new partner, such accumulated profit exists in the name of general reserve or profit and loss account credit balance, they belong to the old partners. The new partner cannot claim any share in them. Hence, it is necessary at the time of admission to transfer them to the capital account of the old partners in the old ratio. For this purpose, the following journal entry is passed: general reserve account debit, profit and loss account debit to old partners capital account in their old ratio. Now, adjustment of capitals. Sometimes the partners may at the time of admission agree that the capital should be in proportions to their respective shares in profits and losses. In such a case, the capital brought in by the new partner is taken as the basis for the adjustment of capitals of the old partners. For this purpose, the total capital of the firm should be calculated on the basis of the new partner's share and the capital brought in by him. Then the share of each of the old partners in the total capital should be ascertained on the basis of his share in profits. Change in profit sharing ratio. Sometimes the partners of a firm may decide to change their existing profit sharing ratio. As a result of this arrangement, some partners will gain an additional share in the future profits of the firm, while others will lose a part thereof. For example, Ram and Shyam were partners in a firm, sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2. It is felt that now on Shyam will not be able to actively participate in the business of the firm. Hence, they decide that in future they will share profits and losses in the ratio of 3:1. And now do it yourself. Question number 1, define goodwill. And question number 2, name the 3 methods of valuation of goodwill. And that's it from session number 8. Thank you.